Refueling truck is on its way. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it. Fuel truck is in position. Please don't load aircraft until the fuel truck arrives and ask to do it. Catering vehicles are on their way.
I'm heading out for the walk around.
Let's start setting up.
Okay.
Clear delivery, KLM1958. Our parking position is Terminal 1, Gate Alpha 426, with the 80s for request clearance.
KLM1958, cleared to EHAM via the SAT2 Echo, runway 10, departure. Expect vectors to ZH540 and is filed. Climb and maintain flight level 100. Expect flight level 360, departure on 125.95. Transponder is 1716, QNH1018.
Cleared to EHAM via SAT2 Echo, runway 10, departure. Vectors to ZH540. Climb into flight level 100. Expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.905. Squawk 1716. QNH1018. KLM1958.
KLM1958. Readback correct. Contact ground on 121.9.
Roger. 121.9. KLM1958.
On the Air 118, pushback is approved.
Pushback is approved. Thank you. On 118.
I'm heading out for the walk around.
Qatar 675, request taxi. Copy letter 8675, yeah, stand by when I call you. So 605, stay then hold position on the west side of the pier in front of the stop problem.
Hi, hold position on the right side of Terminal 8. This is 605.
Sorry, 918, contact ground control on 121.955.
Bye-bye.
208, pushback is now approved. Setup as well. Very good, welcome to Zurich.
Ground Edelweiss 213 is cleared off the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Edelweiss 213, taxi via to gate east 46.
Via to gate east 46. Edelweiss 213.
Being fixed 703 for the Captain, taxi on, first to the right, via the Echo and Mike to stand Echo 12. First to the right, Echo Mike 12, 103.
Hello.
Good evening, Prison 43 Golf, crossing runway 28, Hotel 1. Listen, 943 Golf, straight ahead, second to the left, via the to stand Alpha 07. Alpha 07, thank you.
Grant, Air Serbia 373. Request startup and pushback.
Air Serbia 373, startup
Boarding
and
requested.
pushback approved.
Approved. Air Serbia 373.
Rock, Swiss, 41. Is clear to the runway. Request taxi to parking.
2143.
Swiss 41, taxi via to gate east 50.
Via to gate east 50.
Boarding
Swiss,
starting.
41.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yeah, so you can start boarding.
Thanks.
It's the 505 Romeo, straight ahead to stand Bravo 35, and brake, Austrian 208, let's pass the Swiss Rapids crossing in front, left, right, going between the doors. Let's pass the Swiss on left, right, option 208.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding starting.
Hey, how's boarding going back there?
We're still boarding. Let us know if you need anything.
Okay, 208, taxi by the Echo and Alpha, holding turn runway 28. Echo and Alpha, holding straight, 208. This is 417, yeah, behind the Austrian taxi, then straight ahead, second to the right, by Edina and Mike to stand Bravo 36. Straight ahead, second to the right in the mic, level 36 center, please have runway. Flight 657 to the gate, bring me down. Taxi straight ahead, second to the right via the inner stand, India 904.
Anything right, India 95, 565.
Swiss Air 5770, to the gate, and get on start, that is approved.
5770.
Ground, Austrian 570, request startup and pushback.
Austrian 570, startup and pushback approved.
Approved, Austrian 570.
I'm back. There are no issues on the walk around. Good aeroplane.
Okay.
In 918, follow down the dashed yellow line, slightly to the right, the dashed yellow line, please.
Roger, right on yellow line.
Open grid call is 595 Romeo, location 1678. This is 595 for Romeo, yeah. Taxi then via the mic to stand Echo 02. Via mic to Echo 02, this is 595 Romeo. With 605 after the Finnair, opposite, continue by the Echo 5 to stand Delta 02. Behind Finnair, Echo Mike, Delta 02, this is 605.
Ground, Edelweiss 201 is cleared of the runway. Request taxi to parking. Edelweiss 201. Taxi via to gate Alpha 9. Via to gate Alpha 9, Edelweiss 201.
Hi, here's a fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
Victory 918 taxi via D6 for holding on runway 16, hold short runway 12.
Roger, taxi runway 16, hold short 28, echo.
Spinner 864 extract, hold positions, contact now ground 1 to 1.9.
Hold position 1 to 1.9, 864 X-ray bar.
Spinner 864 X-ray, pushback is now also approved.
Pushback approved, 864 X-ray.
Victory 918, hold present position at 49. Right at 8675 Zurich Airport, Goedemiddag, startup is approved.
Service approved, Coaster 8675. Goedemiddag.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you. If you have any trouble with
after the opposite fully in 747, continue then on the...
After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Finnair 864 X-ray, we are now ready.
Finnair 864 X-ray taxi via the Echo holding point on 6, hold short runway 12.
Via Echo hold short of 28, runway 16, 864.
Ground, Eurowings 6624 is cleared off the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Eurowings 6624. Taxi via 2 gate Alpha 9.
Via to gate Alpha 9er, Eurowings 6624.
hold in front of the stop.
We'll call with 221.
Taxi via the inner stand, license stand, Delta 02. Inner Mike Delta 02, this is 05.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the gate. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff, using an assumed temperature, planning a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Standard reject actions to V1 and 3. From V1, or if the calls continue, I will continue the takeoff as per the standard company procedures. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Flight directors are on. Mine is master, yours is slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. The local terrain and current weather pose a threat. We will treat all GPWS terrain alerts as genuine, and we won't rush any procedures today. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No question.
Departure brief complete. Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal, auto. Window heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 003. Altimeter 1018.
Heading 003. Altimeter 1018. Parking brake.
On the 118, pushback is approved.
Set.
Engine start levels.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
So 605 stayed and hold position on the west side of the pier in front of the stop please.
Hi, hold position on the right side of Terminal 8, this is 605.
Ground, Swiss 2779er is clear of the runway, request taxi to parking.
Swiss 2779, taxi via to gate Alpha 13.
Via to gate Alpha 13, Swiss 2779er.
Wind shear, terrain, pull up. Airspeed, full. Sink rate, pull up. Terrain, pull up. Don't sink. Don't sink. Too low, terrain. Too low, gear. Too low, flaps. Too low, terrain. Glide slow. Bank angle, bank angle.
Approaching 4918, contact ground control on 121.955. Bye-bye.
1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Too low, terrain.
As 208, pushback is now approved. Setup as well. Very good, that's control.
TCAS test. Pass.
Ground, Swift 1249er is cleared of the runway. Request taxi parking.
Swiss 1249, taxi via 2 gate, Alpha 42.
Via gate Alpha 42, Swift 1249er.
Hi, here's a fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a nice flight.
Being fixed 703, so you get taxi on, first to the right, by equal and Mike to stand Echo 12.
Ground KLM1958, request startup and pushback.
KLM1958, startup and pushback approved.
Approved. KLM1958.
Ground Edelweiss 349er. Please clear the runway, request taxi park.
Edelweiss 349, taxi via 2 gate, Alpha 42.
Via 2 gate number 42, Edelweiss 349er.
We're ready to go when you are.
Good evening, President 43 Golf, customer 28, has a 1.
Would you like the APU on?
Okay.
Starting the AP.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact a flight attendant. If you are unable to accommodate any item in the cabin, please bring it to the boarding door and we will check it for you. Also, review the safety instruction card in your seat pocket.
2811 is clearance of the runway, request taxi to parking. Swiss 2811, taxi via 2 gate, Alpha 42, via 2 gate, Alpha 42, Swiss 2811.
APU on the buses.
Mr. 505 Romeo, straight ahead to stand Bravo 35, break Austrian 208, let pass the Swiss Airbus crossing in front, left, right, going between the doors. Let's pass the Swiss on left, right, Austrian 208. 208 taxi by the Echo and Alpha holding point runway 28. Echo and Alpha holding 208.
Ground Swiss 401 is cleared off the runway. Request taxi to parking.
Swiss 401. Taxi via 2 gate Alpha 42.
Via 2 gate Alpha 42 Swiss 401.
Yeah, behind the Austrian taxi, then straight ahead, second to the right by the inner mic to stand Bravo 36. Straight ahead, second to the right, inner mic, Bravo 36, center,
Ground easy 75904, requesting engine start and pushback.
Easy 75904. Startup and pushback approved.
Startup and push approved. Easy 75904.
Ground Emirates 88. Request startup and pushback.
Emirates 88. Startup and pushback approved.
Startup and push approved. Emirates 88.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Air 5770, for the gate and grid with on start, but is approved. Start up is 5770, thank you. Category 918, follow down the dashed yellow line, slightly to the right, the dashed yellow line, please. Roger, right from yellow line.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for port safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1958 with service to Amsterdam. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 40 minutes. Please note the cabin doors now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. The tray tables and seat backs must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure, cross-check, verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board of this flight. While we are in the middle of this authentic Royal Delft pottery, we would like to explain the safety information on board of your KLM flight through the fine art of Delft blue. Please pay attention to every detail. For your safety, make sure your carry-on luggage is stowed during taxi, takeoff and landing. Small electronic devices may be used at all times when set in airplane mode and secured in your hand or pocket. If you lose your electronic device in your seat, please do not adjust your seat and call a crew member. Larger devices, such as laptops, should be stowed during taxi, takeoff and landing, either in an overhead bin or in a bag under the seat in front of you. Once the fasten seatbelt sign is off, you may use these devices when set to airplane mode. This is a non-smoking flight. This means smoking on board the aircraft is not allowed. This includes the use of electronic cigarettes. Whenever the seatbelt sign is on, your seatbelt must be fastened. For your own safety, keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during the flight, even when the seatbelt sign is switched off. To release the seatbelt, just lift the buckle. If there is a sudden decrease in cabin pressure, your oxygen mask will drop automatically in front of you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Make sure your own mask is well adjusted before helping others. Should we have to evacuate the aircraft over water, there is a life vest located under your seat or under the center armrest. Open the bag and remove the vest. Place it over your head and pull the strap tightly around your waist. When you're outside the aircraft, inflate your life vest by pulling the red tag. The life vest can be refilled using the mouthpiece. Contact with water will automatically switch on the light. Emergency exits are located on each side of the cabin, at the front, in the center, and at the rear. In the unlikely event of an emergency evacuation, follow the illuminated escape path to the nearest exit. Leave all your carry-on luggage behind and follow the instructions of the crew. Please take a moment now to locate the nearest emergency exit. Be aware the exit may be behind you. It's almost time for the final cabin check. Please make sure that your tray table and video screen have been stowed away, that the back of your seat is in the upright position, and that your headrest has been pushed down. We encourage everyone to read the safety on board card located near your seat. At KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we care about every little detail of your flight safety. If you have any questions, our cabin crew is here to help you. Thank you for your attention. On behalf of KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, we wish you a very pleasant flight.
Ground KLM1958, request taxi.
Isolate a pack.
Pack isolated.
Ground KLM1958, request taxi.
Flap movement check.
Ground KLM1958, request taxi. Ground KLM1958, request taxi.
We're ready for departure.
Ground KLM1958, request taxi. Clearance delivery, KLM1958 with the 80s request clearance.
KLM 1958, cleared at runway 16. ATC clearance to Echo Hotel Alpha Mike via vectors departure runway 16 to Zulu Hotel 540, and then as filed, climb to flight level 140, expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 125.95, squawk 4716, QNH 1018.
Cleared to EHAM via vectors, runway 16 to ZRH 540, and then as filed, climb into flight level 140, expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.905, squawk 4716, QNH 1018, KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, read back correct, contact ground on 121.9er.
Roger, 121.9er, KLM 1958, request runway 10, KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, contact clearance on 121.902.
121.902, KLM 1958. Ground KLM 1958, request start up and pushback.
KLM 1958, contact ground on 121.9er.
121.9er, KLM 1958, request runway 10, KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, contact clearance on 121.902.
121.902, KLM 1958, request runway 10, KLM 1958. Ground KLM 1958, request start up and pushback. Ground KLM 1958, request start up and pushback. request vectors for departure KLM1958. Clearance delivery KLM1958. Our parking position is Terminal 1, Gate India 5 with the 80s for request clearance.
KLM1958. Expect runway 16 departure cleared to Echo Hotel Alpha Mike via vectors departure runway 16 to Zulu Hotel 540, then as filed climb to flight level 120. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be 125.95. Squawk 3335 QNH 1018.
Cleared to EHAM via vectors runway 16 to ZRH 540.
And then as filed.
Climb into flight level 120. Expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.905. Squawk 3335. QNH 1018. KLM1958.
KLM1958. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er.
Roger. 121.9er. KLM1958. Request runway 10. KLM1958.
KLM1958. Contact clearance on 121.902.
121.902. KLM1958. Request runway 10. KLM1958.
KLM1958. Cleared to Echo Hotel Alpha Mike via the Sierra Alpha Tango to Echo. Runway 10 departure. Expect vectors to Zulu Hotel 540, then as filed climb to flight level 110. Expect flight level 36010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency will be 125.95. Squawk 3335 QNH 1018.
Cleared to EHAM via SAT to Echo runway 10. Departure vectors to ZH 540. Climb into flight level 110. Expect flight level
Before takeoff procedure.
10
Okay.
minutes after departure.
Captain crew, take your seats.
125.905.
Clear on the
3335. QNH 1018. KLM 1958.
KLM1958. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er.
Roger. 121.9er. KLM
The cabin is still not secure.
208 taxi by the Echo Delta holding point runway 28. Echo Delta holding trailer 208.
Ground KLM 1958. Request startup and pushback.
KLM1958. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. KLM 1958. Ground KLM 1958. Request taxi.
KLM1958. Taxi via runway 10.
Via runway 10. KLM 1958.
KLM1958. Contact tower on 127.75.
127.75. KLM 1958.
We request that you store your luggage and take your seats so we can have an on-time departure. For those passengers seated in a designated exit row, you may be called upon to open that exit in the event of an emergency. Please refer to the safety briefing card of the exit row information card located in the seat back pocket to ensure you meet the exit row criteria and understand the information. After carefully reviewing this card, if you believe you could be injured, do not wish to or cannot perform the functions listed, please notify a flight attendant. At this time, we also request that you install your electronic devices until we are above 10,000 feet. I will notify you when it is safe to bring these items out for use. If there's any question as to what advice you need on board today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of Airline magazine. Thank you for your attention.
Tower KLM 1958. Holding short runway 10. Request departure.
KLM 1958. Line up runway 10.
Lining up runway 10. KLM 1958.
So 805, hold short, runway 28.
KLM 1958, wind 160 at 7, runway 10, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 10, cleared for takeoff. KLM 1958.
Your speed alive.
80 knots.
Thrust set 80 knots.
Checked.
Go. Rotate.
280 degrees, 7 knots.
Positive climb.
degrees, 5 knots. Take off runway 28.
Positive climb. Gear up.
400 feet.
KLM 1958. Contact departure on 125.905.
125.905. KLM 1958. Departure KLM 1958, passing 2,500, for flight level 110.
KLM 1958 via SAT2 Echo, flying to flight level 110.
Via the SAT2 Echo, departure, climbing to flight level 110. KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, turn left, heading 050.
Left turn to heading 050, KLM 1958.
Swiss 781, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Swiss 781.
Command A.
Autopilot on.
Swiss 1675, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Swiss 1675.
Swiss 1629ers, climb and maintain flight level 100.
Climb and maintain flight level 100. Swiss 1629er.
Departure. Swiss 101 at 5,700.
Swiss 101, identified. KLM 1958, clear direct KOLUL, maintain present heading.
Clear KOLUL intersection, maintain present heading. KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210. KLM 1958.
Approach position 3506, good to Norwich, climbing 5,000,
10,000.
6,600.
Happy to release the cabin.
Climbing 110, 3516.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet, so you may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
Delta 4365 left direct to Naval.
Left direct Naval 436.
Chester 244, climb to flight level 110.
Clear flight level 110, Chester 244.
KLM1958. Contact Zurich on 126.
Decimal
22.
126.22. KLM 19058. Zurich, KLM 19058, passing flight level 150 for flight level 210.
KLM 19058, identified. Continue on.
Continue on navigation. KLM 19058.
Zurich, center, easy, 1821, set flight level 340.
Easy, 1821, identified.
Zurich Center, Pilot 1260 at flight level 360.
1260, identified. KLM 19058, climb maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360. KLM 19058.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Passing flight level.
X-ray, climb to flight level
9,
240, turn
5.
left on navigation to South Zone
Now.
Odina.
Checked.
South Zone Odina, cleared flight level 240, Delta X-ray.
Zurich Center, easy 1418 at flight level 380.
Easy 1418, roger. KLM 19058, contact Munich on 120.65.
120.65. KLM 19058. Munich, KLM 19058, passing flight level 200 for flight level 360.
KLM 1958. Identified. Continue on navigation.
Continue on navigation. KLM 19058.
KLM 1168, proceed to Manokin. Main Hannover, sorry.
Hannover, Airline 1168.
The 5318, proceed direct Duncan.
Direct Duncan, Langstrand 5318.
Augsburg 8030, climb flight level 230.
Climb inside level 230, Augsburg 8030.
KLM 1958. Contact Frankfurt on 190.07.
119.07, KLM1958. Frankfurt, KLM1958, passing flight level 230 for flight level 360.
KLM1958, identified. Continue own navigation.
Continue own navigation. KLM1958.
Control to 897, maybe turn to the right to avoid.
Confirm, do so and call radar, tschüss.
Danke, ciao.
Köln, Bonn, schönen guten Tag, Airline 2165 von Alpha 7.
2165, hallo. Continue via Mike, parking Delta 7.
Continue via Mike, Delta 7, Airline 2165.
Good afternoon, radar Runner 728, Ada 110440.
Runner 728, check your frequency, this is Cologne Tower again.
Yeah, we got frequency for radar 12495.
So that's 12497 here.
Sorry. Altitude 089 and 12855, Dr. Guna.
Frankfurt Center, Polot 1487 at flight level 350.
Polot 1487, identified.
One to 005 is down. One good from goodbye. Present 24, classical speed 305. die German wings 086 is able to settle. Wir sagen gleich Bescheid auf Berkeley. Danke.
Shell Super 3 Mary, continue.
Affirm behind the Airbus, continue still.
Roger, behind.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You have control.
I have control.
Frankfurt Center, Pullet 1260 at flight level 360.
Pollard 1260, identified. Ryanair 1678, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude. Ryanair 1678.
$1,011.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in your seat back for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
Lufthansa 1836, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Lufthansa 1836.
Frankfurt, ZRH 1644 at flight level 370.
Ryanair 1644, identified.
Frankfurt, Center, Ryanair 1240 at flight level 270.
Ryanair 1240, identified.
Frankfurt Center, Poyot 1609er at flight level 310.
Followed 1609er. Identified.
Frankfurt Control Center 1624 at flight level 290.
1624. Identified.
Frankfurt Ryanair 1028 with you at flight level 390.
Ryanair 1028. Identified.
Alles klar, dann mal los.
Okay, abgegeben, request.
Easy 1501. Maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, easy 1501.
Visit 181, diagonal 23, 619.
Okay, Mike Zulu, halt den Kurs bei.
Using 170 knots, locomotive 1 and
Number 6798, X-ray, guten Tag.
November 9 heading to... Yeah, which army do you like? 3 to left, 3 to right?
Zulu auf 140, der Kölner Dom zu sehen.
Ja? November. Kommst du in Scheibenhöhe längs, kreuzen den Platz Richtung November?
Ja, mach ich auf jeden Fall, ja.
Okay.
Frankfurt Center, easy 1255 at flight level 390.
Easy 1255 identified.
Backtrack Tower 12497.
Wing 396 for backtrack 12497, stop.
Ambulance 106, would you accept Alpha 1 intersection?
Did you call Abilene?
Ambulance 106, would you accept Alpha 1 intersection?
Someone, 1 intersection.
Pollard 1446, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Pollard 1446.
Fabian.
Johannes 728, cross on the 25. Clear to cross 25, Johannes 728. Airline, ground check, guten Tag. 3630, return pushback. So 3640 for push call the truck driver, bitte. Roger.
KLM1958, contact Frankfurt on 127.907.
127.907, KLM1958. Frankfurt, KLM1958, at flight level 360.
KLM1958, identified.
Present is 24, classical speed, 305. And control to the 897, maybe turn to the right to avoid. Confirm, do so and call radar, tschüss. Danke, ciao. Wind is 181, diagonal 26, 619.
KLM1958, contact Dusseldorf on 180.75.
118.75, KLM1958. Dusseldorf, KLM1958, at flight level 360.
KLM1958, identified. Continue own navigation.
Continue own navigation, KLM1958.
Amsterdam, bound to 163, level 170 inbound, Maastricht, support shop. Ultra 163, good Abend, call you. Push Midland 813, contact director 118, correction 119 is 4, bye-bye.
Director 194, Midland 813, have a good evening, sir, bye-bye.
Pollard 1673, maintain present altitude.
Present altitude, Pollard 1673.
Pollard 1112, maintain present altitude. Present altitude, Pollard 1112.
Dusseldorf, Center, Pollard 1707, at flight level 390.
Pollard 1707, identified. Dusseldorf, Center, Ryanair 1864 at flight level 270, Ryanair 1864, identified.
Good evening, Oscar Echo Fox Alpha Kilo, call you.
Jago 66, I have to verify the routing. Ready to copy?
Jago 66, ready to copy.
Jago 66 after Lima. Proceed direct Nörvelich and thereafter direct to Rammstein.
Following Lima, direct to Normanich and then Rammstein, Jago 66.
That's correct.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions for an ILS approach. Planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fixed altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a remote stand. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Center 1899 at flight
approach
level
brief complete.
330. 1899, identified.
With 77 Delta Lima for higher level, contact Amsterdam 12487, bye.
2487, 77 Delta Lima, thank you, bye-bye.
Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 150 feet. Recall checked. Auto brake. Level 3. The landing data.
VREF 143, no DH set.
VREF 143, no DH set. Approach briefing.
3089, descent flight level 70.
Completed.
Descent checklist complete.
Düsseldorf, good Narben, speedbird 22 Delta Lima, flight level 180, descending 110, direct Foxtrot.
Speedbird 22 Delta Lima, good Abend, information Juliet, runway 23 right.
Juliet, cockpit 23 right, speedbird 22 Delta Lima.
Tanskin 1061, Düsseldorf 1367, bye-bye. 1367, bye-bye.
Request descent KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, descent flight level 230.
Descend into flight level 230. KLM 1958.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Sierra Delta Tango, contact director 1194, bye-bye. 1194, flight level 5.
KLM 1958, descent flight level 230.
Descend into flight level 230. KLM 1958.
It's 231, descent level 200.
Descending level 200, lot 231.
Traffic. Traffic.
England 813, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH is 1016.
Exit altitude 4,000 feet, 1016, number 41813.
813, correct, pickup heading 140 for vectors, runway 23 right.
Okay, that's a right turn, head 140, 23 right, number 813.
Düsseldorf Center, Beauty 1269er, at flight level 370.
Beauty 1269, identified.
Canadian 629er, descent flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, Scandinavian 629.
Düsseldorf
Center, Beauty 1269er at flight level 370.
Beauty 1269 identified. KLM1958, contact Amsterdam on 119.17.
119.17, KLM 1958. Amsterdam, KLM 1958, passing flight level 300 for flight level 230.
KLM 1958, identified. KLM 1958, descend to flight level 150.
Descending to flight level 150, KLM 1958.
We're passing flight level 235 direct to Billund, Mass 280.
Call Bravo, turn right 245, descend to 1200 feet, rest with the glide flow, clear approach.
45, descend 1200 feet, rest with the glide flow, 69 Go Bravo.
Left turn, heading 340, maintaining flight level 40, got a 338.
KLM 1958, expect ILS approach runway 36 right, transition ART India Papa.
Expect ILS approach, runway 36 right, transition ART India Papa, KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, descend to flight level 120.
Descending to flight level 120, KLM 1958.
Roger, descend to 2000 feet on 1026, ILS 1 and right.
2000 feet, 1026, ILS 1 and right, at Roma Delta.
KLM 1958,
Contact approach control on 130, 1.15.
130, 1.15. KLM 19058. Approach control, KLM 19058. Passing flight level 170 for flight level 120.
KLM 1958. Expect ILS approach runway 36 right. Transition ART.
Transition
India,
set
Papa.
altimeter 1, 0,
ILS
2,
approach,
5.
runway 36 right. Transition ART. India,
set.
Papa, KLM
Passing
19058.
7,700. Now.
Checked.
Circling at 85, report heading to Amsterdam, 12575, bye-bye.
KLM 1958. Descend to flight level 75.
Descending to flight level 75. KLM 19058.
From 1626, 8.5 from touchdown.
8.5 miles, and a 1626.
Approach 70665, about properties standing inside river 70.
KLM 1958. Cleared ILS approach runway 36 right. Transition ART India Papa. Slow to 250.
ILS approach, runway 36 right. Transition ART India Papa, slowing down to 250. KLM 19058.
$10,000.
AOK 18 Echo down 2000.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Please return to your seat as the seatbelt sign
KLM
is now on.
1958. Slow to 220.
I have control.
Slowing
You
down
have
to
control.
220. KLM 19058.
We have begun our final descent into Amsterdam.
KLM
Flight attendants will be passing in the
1958.
cabin to
Turn to
collect
heading
any trash one final
230.
time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please arrive at your
KLM
destination shortly. You are making a
19058.
connection to
Please
another
also store
flight.
any carry-on
Please see the
items
customer
either in the
service
seat back
agent
pocket
via
or
the
under the
flight or
seat.
video monitors.
Please
and
disconnect
1,000
all
left.
Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic
KLM 1958. Turn to heading 230.
items.
Heading Heading
Please
230
use caution.
KLM
Overhead bins and
1958.
items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables and return your seats to their upright positions and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
KLM 1958, turn to heading 225.
Heading 225 KLM 1958.
KLM 1958, slow to 220.
Slowing down to 220 KLM 1958.
And Speedbird 1632 heading 225.
225, 1632.
KLM 1958, descent to 2,500 QNH 1026.
Descending to 2,500 QNH 1026 KLM 1958.
Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
1, 0, 2, 6, set.
1, 0, 2, 6, set. Approach checklist complete.
Bravo 639, descend to 2000 on 1016, keep the speed and cleared for the approach on runway 27.
Clear for approach on runway 27, descending 2000, 1016, stroke 629, maintaining speed.
Thank you.
KLM 1960, maintain flight level 60.
Present altitude, KLM 1960.
627, maintain 2000.
Present altitude, AGN 627.
KLM 1745, maintain 1000.
Present altitude KLM 1745.
From 1842, clear to land 27, 21012. Clear to land 27, KLM 1842.
KLM1960, maintain flight level 60.
Present altitude KLM1960.
627, climb to flight level 40.
Climbing to flight level 40, a GN 627.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is
KLM1745, climb to 3000.
Climbing to 3000, KLM1745.
France 2040, keep the speed till out to Michael and call the tower on 1922. Goodbye.
1922 is keeping the speed line.
$1,011.
Alitalia 116, turn right, heading 170 base left, reduce speed to 180.
Right, 170 base, reduce speed, Alitalia 180, Alitalia 116.
KLM 1958, cleared for final approach. Tower at the marker. Frequency is 135.1.
Final approach speed. Tower 135.1. KLM 1958. Tower KLM 1958. On final. Runway 36 right.
Radio altimeter alive.
Slow to final approach speed.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
1026, clear to land, runway 36 right.
Final approach speed. QNH 1026. Clear to land runway 36 right. KLM 1958.
Italia 647, line up and wait, 19 left, exit 4.
Flower Emerald 867, you're cleared for takeoff, 24. Hello, Pacific, no, runway 24, Emerald 867.
Manual flight.
Autopilot off.
Please land 99 KLM 116. Go for truck.
Tower, KLM 936. On final, request landing, runway 18 right.
KLM 936, clear to land, runway 18 right, QNH 1026.
Cleared to land, runway 18 right, QNH 1026. KLM 936.
500 feet.
400.
861 is linked for takeoff, 24. The wind is 210 at 11.
Tower.
The final approach fix checked, but the missed approach altitude is not set.
Request departure.
KLM1149er, line up runway 18.
Lining up runway 18. KLM1149er.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
KLM1149er,
Speed breaker.
wind 360 at 9er, runway 18, clear for takeoff.
Reverses stop.
Runway 18, clear for takeoff. KLM1149er.
KLM1958, gate is air contact run on 121.995.
121.995.
Water brake disarmed.
KLM1958.
Manual brake.
Manual brake.
60 knots.
Checked.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Amsterdam. The local time is 4:57 p.m. and it's currently about 12 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the air traffic
Engine start
control
approved.
stop and signal sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead
Ground
bins, as items may have been taken during the
KLM1958.
flight.
Cleared off the
This is
runway.
your final
Request taxi
destination.
parking.
We thank you for flying with us. If you're making
Taxi
a
via
connection,
Alpha
please
10,
use
Alpha
the
Bravo,
technology
Alpha
or
142, Terminal 1, Gate 6.
Via Alpha 10, Alpha Bravo, Alpha 14. Terminal 1, Gate 6, KLM1958.
We also ask that you keep the aisles clear of any carry-on baggage. This is the termination of our flight this morning, so we ask that you check seat back pockets, closets, and overhead bins for any articles you may have brought with you. Extra care should be taken in opening the overhead bins as heavy articles may have shifted during our flight. On behalf of your entire flight crew, it's been our pleasure serving you this morning. Have a pleasant day.
Roger, exit lead on the 24.
Grant KLM 1261, request startup.
KLM 1261, engine start approved.
Roger, startup approved. KLM 1261.
APU on the buses.
Ground. KLM936 is cleared of the runway. Request taxi to parking.
KLM 936, taxi via Victor 1 Victor Zulu Bravo Alpha Alpha 102 Gate Delta 47.
Via Victor 1 Victor Zulu Bravo Alpha Alpha 10 to gate Delta 47. KLM936.
Flyer 768, you can cross the platform over there, take the shortest routing.
Three minutes.
Hello, KLM 1308.
Hello, KLM 1308, Charlie 16.
Roger.
1842, the British Airways over there is switching to the other yellow line to continue.
Wrong. EC 7939er. Request startup and pushback.
Easy 7939er. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. EC 7939er.
Ground KLM 1523, requesting engine start and pushback.
KLM 1523. Startup and pushback approved.
Startup and push approved. KLM 1523.
Ground KLM 1133, request startup and pushback.
KLM 1133. Startup and pushback approved.
Startup and push approved. KLM 1133. Ground KLM 61, request startup and pushback.
KLM 621. Startup and pushback approved.
Roger, cleared for startup KLM 61.
Ground KLM 609er, request startup and pushback.
KLM 609er. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. KLM 609er.
Requested.
Channel, can we have entry filter? It's approved.
Passengers boarding starting.
Number 1842 to give way to outgoing company from the right.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps. Off. Propane. Auto. Hydraulic panel. Set. Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Eurowings 030, monitor
Off.
11.7.
Shutdown checklist complete.
Ground KLM 1130 is cleared of the runway. Request taxi to parking.
KLM 1130. Taxi via Alpha 9 Alpha Alpha 102 gate Delta 47.
Via Alpha 9 Alpha Alpha 102 gate Delta 47 KLM 1130.
So that's 607, taxi holding 24.
And 1627 is now clear to land, and the wind is 210, 14.
Clear land 90 right, KLM 1372.
Ground Easy 7004. Request startup and pushback.
Easy 7004. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. Easy 7004.
Ground KLM643. Request startup and pushback.
KLM643. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. KLM643.
Ground KLM 5351. Request startup and pushback.
KLM 5351. Startup and pushback approved.
Approved. KLM 5351. Ground KLM 1076 is cleared off the runway. Request taxi to parking.
KLM 1076. Taxi via November 2 Bravo Alpha Alpha 102 Gate Delta 47.
Via November 2 Bravo Alpha Alpha 10 to Gate Delta 47. KLM 1076.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
At Lufthansa 4429, requesting taxi. Roger, Golf 9 up, you place to KLM on the end back, thank you.
Niner Alpha and taxi runway 24 and you're on sequence behind the heavy. Would you like exit please?
is lead pushback 24.
6, your pushback is approved.
Ground for the minute from now 617, Charlie 18 push.
That's all 617, sir, Michael, you're back.
Secure the aircraft, please. Secure checklist, please.
Secure checklist. IRSs. Off. Emergency exit lights. Off. Window heat. Off. Packs. Off. Secure checklist complete.